Well, I guess first I was going to ask you about this weekend's games. Obviously, you didn't play BC this year, but you got to go down there last year and play in that building. Is that going to be any kind of a benefit that you guys have got some experience, except for the freshmen, of playing games in that building? You know the atmosphere and what the rink's like and things of that nature.
Yeah, I rely a lot on visualization, so I think it's something I can kind of utilize to my advantage a little bit there, knowing the rink and
Mm-hmm.
where we're walking out and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. What's kind of the general level of just excitement of this team getting to play in the NCAA tournament? It's a new thing for all of you.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of going off our season run there. We had a pretty good run
Mm-hmm.
throughout the regular season and just kind of try and carry that momentum into the NCAAs, yeah.
Right. And does it help a little bit? Like last week, obviously, I'm sure it was disappointing to lose the semifinal, but did it help to kind of know that you still had this to look forward to, as opposed to if that had just been the end of the year kind of thing?
Yeah, I don't really look past one game more than any other, so
Oh yeah.
that wasn't really too much in the back of my mind personally. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was going to ask you just a little too about your background. Obviously, growing up in New Zealand, how did you first kind of become aware about ice hockey? Did you just see games on television as a kid, or?
I had two older brothers,
Uh-huh.
so they kind of dragged me along to the inline rink, and then
Yeah.
I kind of followed them along to the ice rink, and
Oh yeah.
away she goes.
Did you ever have any idea at the time it would lead to anything like this, or were you just thinking it was something fun to play for kicks? Like, did you ever expect to be, getting a scholarship to play or anything like that? Yeah.
Nah, at the time it was just kind of a good opportunity to chase my brothers around and hang out with them.
Oh yeah. I was wondering too about just how old were you when you had to move to Canada to start playing, hockey up there.
I moved to Toronto over summer break
Mm-hmm.
in my um, grade 10 year in
Oh,
New
okay.
Zealand, and then I came home and did NCAA level 2, and then I
Mm-hmm.
went over and played a year of hockey in Canada.
And was that like when you went to Toronto? Was that the first time you actually played on ice, or did you play on ice anywhere in your home area? Or
Yeah, we have 7 rinks in New Zealand.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah,
was wondering about that too. Yeah.
yeah.
Just overall, what's it been like to be at this school and be part of this team and everything?
Yeah, I really like the school.
Yeah.
I like my classes and everything like that, so
Yeah.
I think that helps kind of give me life outside hockey, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's really a better um, set of coaches.
Yeah.
They just kind of care so much about us as people before players, so it
Yeah.
makes it really easy.
And I was curious too about being a goalie in the ECAC. Is kind of a good league for goalies. What's it like playing against some of the people you match up against during the year? I know obviously you're more focused on your end, but is it fun when you have a lot of these matchups with some of these really top goalies in this league?
Yeah, it's definitely something that kind of sits in the back of your mind
Mm-hmm.
every game you go into, and is like the other team's goalie can have an absolute blinder and
Yeah.
shut you guys down, and um, yeah, like you look at some of the teams like Brown, she's got Alvin in there, like
Yeah.
the kid's so athletic, so talented, and then you've got Princeton,
Yeah.
and there isn't really a team with a bad goalie, so
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't think it's so much in the back of players' heads as they just have the mentality of,
Oh yeah.
if I take 10 shots, I'm going to score at least one goal. But
Yeah.
for me, like, I've watched them and I kind of see the talent they have, and
Yeah.
there's always kind of that real edge of, let's score the first goal and get one up on them.
And for you individually, I was going to ask you about, what you just said about how good the league is with goalies. What did it mean to you when you saw that you were one of the finalists for goaltender of the year? To be, one of the top two or three named for that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wasn't really too concerned on individual awards, to
Oh
be
yeah.
honest. Yeah, no, when you're up against Tylee, like the
Yeah.
kid's just so talented. Two goalies who are kind of in the Team Canada program
Oh yeah.
and really have futures within it. So that was kind of a surprise, and
Yeah.
it was pretty cool to put New Zealand on the map there. But yeah.
The other thing I was going to ask is I got to talk to both schools this week because you guys are both going to the NCAA. So I was going to talk to Kaylee Mercer tomorrow. I thought I'd ask each of you about the other. As a goalie, what's kind of tough when you play against Clarkson and you have her coming at you? Like, what does she do well? That could give a goalie trouble.
Um, I don't really scout individual players
Yeah.
too much. I look at more like their offensive zone
Oh yeah.
structures and how they move the puck around. Um, yeah, last year there was a couple mentions of her name
Oh yeah.
in the game day shoot in our game day practice, but other than that, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
she's talented and she's someone kind of other players look at, but I can't really sit here and say that
Oh, yeah.
recruit what she's going to
Oh,
do
yeah.
and scout where she's going to put the puck, because
Yeah.
I kind of think if you read too far into it, they're just going
Oh, yeah.
to do one thing other and you're going to be caught out.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Grace.